All right. All right. Think we good now. I think we all set. Think we good officially. Am I lagging? Am I lagging? I should be good. I should be fine. See two people in the chat. Let me know if everything's good. Check. 1, 2. Just making sure everything, the mics, everything's good. Before we get into this, man. Before we get into this, I'm not even gonna rant, bro. It's it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But what's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Great Patriot here, DGP, back again with another episode of Patriot Keys. And in this video, we're here to talk about what we just saw Thursday Night Football, Patriots, Rams, Super Bowl rematch. Well, like Super Bowl rematch. But rematch with the Los Angeles Rams, almost called them St. Louis. Rematch with the Rams. You know the history between us. Not much to say. But going into this game, you know, the Patriots going in 6-6. The Rams are going in at 8-4. Rams are in the playoffs. Patriots are outside looking in. So this game right here, pretty much, when you look at the AFC, Dolphins are 8-4. The Browns, I think they're 9-3, 8-4. So pretty much the Patriots are going to pretty much have to win out to just have a shot again. You know, they pretty much had to go 10-6 just for them to get a shot to get, you know, in them 7th plus spots or to even try to win the division, which I think the division is out of reach right now. Not technically, but actually I think right now it's out of reach. But anyways, we had to win this game. Defense came out flat-footed. We gave up, I think, 60 yards on the first drive. It literally took them 3 plays. 3 plays to get inside the 10-yard line. Not 3 plays to score a touchdown. They did score a touchdown. But it took on 4th down, quarterback sneak. But it took them 3 plays. Jared Goff comes out, 25-yard completion. Then we get a neutral zone infraction by John Simon. And then after that, Cam Akers bust out a 35-yard run. Right there, the defense. I was in the stream. Shout out to my boy Markel. I was in the stream telling him what is happening. And I was just like, bruh, is it going to be one of these games? And, you know, after what we had against the Chargers, after what we did against the Cardinals, and I kept saying, I said this on the podcast. I've been saying this too on here. I said, we cannot keep winning like this, having a 100-yard passing performance. This game, to me, was just awful all around. Everybody gets blamed for it. Cam gets blamed for it. The receivers, the offensive line was horrendous. The running backs weren't that good. Defense wasn't good. Play calling was trash. Everything about this game was just terrible, bro. It was bad. All around, everybody played terrible. The only person who I would say played well is our punter, Jake Bailey. He had a 71-yard punt, career high. But he's been our best player this entire year by far. You know, you can argue Stephon Gilmore, but I think because Gilmore, you know, missed about 2-3 games, I'm going to take it back. I'm not going to say by far. I would say Jake Bailey's probably been our best player. Gilmore missed about 2-3 games, so he's going to take a slight notch right there. But this whole team, man, it was bad today, bro. Like, it was terrible. The play calling was trash. Hey, but guess what? Cam Newton finally threw for over 100 yards today, so we're happy about that. But all in all, man, just terrible. You know, we got to the red zone finally. We had 3 attempts at the red zone, and we only come away with a field goal, man, in the first half. 3 attempts and a field goal. One of them, we went for it on 4th down, tried to do like a little option or whatever. Rams were all over that. Some people say, how can you didn't throw the football? Same reason why the Seahawks, you said, why didn't you run the football? Patriots run the football 3-4 times inside the red zone, and everybody says, oh, why don't you pass the football? You know what I'm saying? It's a catch-22, bro. It's a catch-22. Am I mad at the play calling inside the red zone? Not really, because, you know, the receivers haven't shown us that they can get open, especially in that tight space. You know, when you're in the red zone inside the 5-10-yard line, you got to be a really good crisp route runner. And I don't see the Patriots don't have anybody like that. Maybe Edelman, but he's been banged up the past couple of years. So I'm not mad at the running play because, again, Cam Newton has been more effective this year. Clearly, look at the numbers, look at the game. Been more effective when he has the ball in his hands and he's running around, whether it be a read option, he's making a read there, or a speed option, he pitches it out. So Cam Newton's always been better, or quarterback power. He's been better when he's running the football. So I'm not mad at the play calling there. You know, you try to get the ball to your best receiver. Maybe we should implement some more RPOs. Maybe that's something that should be a thing. And again, we didn't have Cam Newton until right before training camp. So, you know, obviously some of the read options, speed option stuff, Josh McDaniels is probably incorporated, but something like an RPO and everything like that, maybe you might need a full camp to get that down. So we'll see how that's going to work. You know, some people were saying, what about the creativity of offense? Creativity has kind of been there. But this is what's worked for the Patriots over the past 20 years. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But again, you got to adjust to who you have. And I think that McDaniels has done a good enough job. I just think that our team just isn't that good truly do it. Now, McDaniels has done some things wrong. Could have, maybe had more. I wouldn't even say maybe some more screen calls. There's maybe some better play calling, but no. If you don't have the talent, you don't have the guys on the roster to be able to do this stuff. And that's what it comes down to. People say, how come we don't do this and that like we used to do? Well, we don't have the talent for that. You know what I'm saying? It comes down to trust, comes down to reps, comes down to chemistry. And we clearly don't have that. N'Keal Harry showed up a little bit today, 3 receptions, 49 yards. I think he got a 25-yard jump ball that Cam Newton threw, which I thought was going to be picked because it didn't look like it was a good pass coming out. But he got there and he was able to catch that. So N'Keal Harry was our leading receiver, 49 yards, 3 catches, man. Wasn't that good of a day, man. Damian Harris couldn't get going. Actually got banged up at the end of pretty much towards the end of the game. Tried to do a cut block, kind of fell on, and he was down for a minute. He ended up walking off after a while, so he was left out for the rest of the game. So we'll monitor the situation on that going into our next game. But the defense, man, didn't play too well, and it wasn't even the passing defense because Jared Goff only threw for I think 150 yards, something like that. It was more so our run defense, and Belichick. He likes to stop what you do best, and I know the Rams, they love. They love going to Cooper Kupp. They love going to Robert Woods, but they're based off of their running the football. That's what they were, Todd Gurley. That's what they're doing with Cam Akers and the boys. So we couldn't stop the run, couldn't stop a nosebleed, and it was evident, man. We couldn't get off the field. Yes, we only held them 24 points, but if you watch the game, man, it felt like that we gave a 30. I think in the second half, pretty much the Rams were just chewing clock at that point. I think the Rams just chewing clock at that point because they weren't really trying to do too much once they got the 24-3 lead. Yeah, man, let's go ahead and look at the stats. Let's see what Cam Newton did. 9 for 16, 119 yards, an interception. On that interception, just the Rams just knew everything that we were doing, bro. The Rams just knew everything we were doing. Aaron Donald stuffed out that screen from I think it was to either Damian Harris. I think it was to Damian Harris, but Aaron Donald saw that screen, held him up a little bit. Cam was getting pressure, just threw it to where he thought he was going to be. Didn't read that. Aaron Donald read it, and number 41 on the Rams, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was number 41. It was somebody, but they just took it to the crib, man. And when that happened, I said, "Oh yeah, it's GG's, man." At that point, I literally tweeted out, I said, "Time to bring Stidham in." And after this game, and I'll get to it, I think it should be Jarrett Stidham's time to start. You saw my video that I made about 2 weeks ago or so, and I said Cam Newton's going to get benched. Start Jarrett Stidham, let him get a month or so of reps just to see, because I tell people too, Belichick's all about winning. That's why he didn't tank this year. That's why he got Cam Newton. If Belichick feels like you're going to give him the best chance to win, he's going to put you in the game. So the fact that he had been starting Stidham over Cam Newton, that tells you something that you should know, that Cam Newton has earned the starting job, that Jarrett Stidham is like, Belichick isn't so highly on Stidham, because if he was that highly on Stidham, we would have never even got Cam Newton. If Stidham was the true franchise quarterback, why would you go get Cam Newton? No one even wants to start. You just brought him in here just to see what's up? No. If you believe Jarrett Stidham was the guy, and even when he got hurt in the training camp and all that stuff, Cam Newton came in after like 2 weeks, got first-team reps, was leading first-team reps in the 2 weeks. So Jarrett Stidham, I don't think is the guy. Belichick can say he loves Stidham, all this stuff, but his actions aren't speaking for that. So hopefully Stidham gets an opportunity, because he's been coming in at garbage time and everything. And I know I've been hard on Stidham. Pretty much every game besides the past 2 games, he's throwing an interception. I've been hard on Stidham. I'm not the biggest Stidham fan, but I'm at the point now where we got to see if we can go forward with this guy. Let's let him get a week full of first-team reps. Let's get him a week's worth of preparation, like he's the number 1 quarterback in the NFL. And let's see where he can go from there. And if he sinks or swims, if he does good for that month, hey, maybe you can be like, hey, Stidham is the guy. You go forward, go in the draft, you build around him. But if we go and see Stidham's not that guy, that changes up how we're going to go in the offseason. Are we going to try to go get a quarterback? Are you going to try to thug it out with Stidham to see if he can get a full year underneath him? Or are you going to try to bring Cam Newton back, see if you can get a full training camp offseason with Cam Newton? We got to see. You just got to see what you have in Stidham, man. You got to see what you have in Stidham. He's there. He's going to be on a contract for, I think, another year or so. So just see what you got underneath him. So that's my whole thought process of moving forward after this game. Is the playoff race isn't over, but it really is over. Let's let Stidham get, his reps. Let's Stidham get about a month's worth, which is what I said. Let him get about 3-4 games worth of snaps and see what you're going to work with, man. See what you're going to work with. But this game, though, man, this game, I don't even know what to say, man. I really don't know what to say. I don't know what I watched. I feel like I wasted 3 hours of my time, just because it just seemed like that the Patriots didn't have much fight in them today, man. And I hate to say it, but me, I'm gonna keep it honest. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. I'm not going to be unbiased opinion right here, man. Patriots look like it. That fourth quarter, they quit. I'll be honest. They quit. That one, I don't even remember. I don't even know who it was. The left tackle on that one play where I think it was Michael Brockers. He went free. I don't know if he thought that Damian Harris was going to be there to chip him or what, but there's nobody on the outside to really block. You literally just let him free. Like you gave him a free shot at the running back. So even if you thought Damian Harris was there to block, you just gave a defensive tackle a free shot at running back. He's going to kill him every single time. Damian Harris is going to be on his tail every single time that happens. So like the mistakes, the neutral zone infraction on fourth down, the neutral zone infraction after giving up that 25-yard completion on the second play of the game. Like, and again, I say this all the time on the podcast, and I say this, and I've said this for years. You get the credit, you got to wear some of the blame too. Look, it looked like that they were completely unprepared today. And, I say that about, other teams when they come out flat. I say that about teams, penalties, and they're just not looking good. So we got to also give Belichick some blame as well. Not saying it's his fault, not saying he's 100% of the reason, but you got to give him some blame. Like I said, if you want to give him the credit for that 45-0 victory, we got to give him some of the blame too as well. I just think that's fair. Call a spade a spade. I'm just saying. So we're not going to give him any blame for it, then why should we give him some of the credit for the Chargers win? Belichick is the head coach, right? He's the end-all be-all. He's still the GOAT coach. Greatest coach of all time. Still, I would say he's the best coach in the NFL. I'm not going to let this 1 year deter me for that. But, some people might argue, say Mike Tomlin or whatever. People do their best by year basis. I kind of take a past couple years or so. But I still think Belichick is a great coach. This season hasn't really changed. And I kind of said that going into this year, if you remember, I said the prediction before Cam Newton was 6-10. I said 4-12 or 6-10 with Jarrett Stidham. When we saw we got Cam Newton, I said 9-7, 10-6, maybe potentially playoffs. And we're kind of on that bubble right now. We're 6-7 right now. We're not going to get 10 wins for the first time since 2002, which was the year after we won the Super Bowl hangover. But there's a bigger issue that we have, and I don't think that people have truly thought about it. People talk about, and I've said this last year. Nobody wanted to believe me when I talked about Brady. Some of the reason why he was looking bad last year was because of weapons. This year, hey, some of it is him, some of it's coach. We're not going to get into that, but we're just going to talk about the Patriots team. Last year, I said this Patriots team cannot get open. Nobody's creating separation, so it's virtually impossible for you to be able to throw a pass if nobody's getting separated. If literally you're the receiver, if you're the quarterback, and the corner is literally draped all over the receiver, not giving the quarterback an opportunity where to throw the football at just so you can have a chance at catching the football, there's nothing you can really do. And look at the receivers that we had last year. Look at what we got this year. They're the same exact receivers. You might change the name a little bit. Instead of Philip Dorsett, we got Damian Bird, but Jacoby Myers is still the same. N'Keal Harry, they're still the same. We don't develop wide receivers, man. And it sucks that I have to do this. And I've said this before. I said, we don't develop wide receivers. Ravens. Shout out to Ham. Shout out to Raven. Shout out to them boys. Iconic. They told me before that Ravens don't develop wide receivers either. They just get older receivers. And we're the same way. We don't develop any wide receivers. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull up this post right here. I'm going to pull up Belichick wide receivers drafted. And this is all his era. So this is going to count for the early 2000s and everything. So when we won the first three-peat, this is going to count for all that. So let's go ahead and look at it. Now, this right here goes up to 2017. So it doesn't include guys like N'Keal Harry, but you pretty much get the gist of this. This is about 2 year thing. 2002, Deion Branch with the second round. Really solid pick. Great pick, actually. You know what I'm saying? Won the Super Bowl MVP. We traded him away because he tried to get more money after his rookie contract went up. And then we ended up, bringing him back a few years later. So it was a great pick, man. Great pick, man. Can't complain about a Deion Branch pick. David Givens, second round pick in 2002. Not bad. He's a seventh round pick. Doesn't expect him much. And he did provide a lot of, especially in the postseason, was providing a lot of it. And I think he actually held the record for most postseason touchdowns by the Patriots, if I'm not mistaken. 2003, Bethel Johnson. 2004, PK Sam. 2006, Chad Jackson. Now he did get injured, so that's one thing, but he never turned out to anything. I mean, he got injured his rookie year, I believe, thinking towards ACL, but even still, again, another miss. That was second round pick too, by the way. So Brandon Tate, third round. Good special teamer. But as a receiver, Julian Edelman. I mean, enough said. We don't have to say more about that. We know what Julian Edelman brings. 2010. Oh, Taylor Price. What a throwback. I remember this pick. Y'all remember this? Trash. Okay, let's keep going. 2012. Jeremy Ebert. Yeah, that was just a throwaway pick. I remember. I said this throwaway pick. 2012. 2013. Aaron Dobson. I know Patriot fans remember him. I know you remember Aaron Dobson. Ain't do nothing but constantly get hurt. Now, some of it's on him, but even when he was healthy, I think he had like one game, might have been against the Chargers or something, but that's it. That was the only time I remember Aaron Dobson. It was either he was injury, going injury reserve constantly, or when he was in the game, I don't even see him. So that's another guy. 2013 again, Josh Boyce. He had some speed. We thought he was going to be decent and turned out to be nothing. 2014, Jeremy Gallone. Again, another fly pick. Just throw it out there. Okay, it is what it is. 2016, Malcolm Mitchell. My guy, Money Mitch. Injury riddle. Had to retire early. He did do well in the Falcons Super Bowl. Helped us out a lot. But injury riddled again, man. Injuries. Had to retire early. And in 2016, Devin Lucien, practice squad guy. So then we can throw in N'Keal Harry. So all those names that I just listed from the past Belichick era, Deion Branch, Julian Edelman, David Gibbons. All those receivers I just named. Let me go ahead and read, make sure I have it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, including N'Keal Harry. 15 receivers. N'Keal Harry the jury's still out on him, but he's not looking too good right now. 15 receivers. 3 of them. Let's go 14. 14 receivers. 3 of them turned out to be anything. And 2 of them was in 2002, by the way. So from 2002 to 2011, we didn't do good drafting wide receivers. And even in 2011, Julian Edelman, a 7th round pick, a quarterback coming out of college to be converted to a wide receiver. You see the problem there? You see what's going on. We don't develop wide receivers, man. We just don't. So, people say you can go ahead and get Devontae Smith. Do we even want him? Because I feel like we just want to ruin his career. We do not develop wide receivers, man. And that's one of the issues that that's one thing Belichick in this era we just haven't been able to figure out. Think about it. I just named the list of all the drafted wide receivers. When you think about the great wide receivers in the Brady-Belichick era, all of them pretty much have been, free agent signings or trades. It's bad, bro. It's bad, man. So I don't know how we're going to approach this free agency. I don't know how we're going to approach this draft, but I think, maybe you don't draft the wide receiver. Maybe you just get Allen Robinson in free agency, pay him a lot of money. I don't know. I would want a wide receiver, but we saw what happened when he took N'Keal Harry. Now, I will say this. People try to get on people, about how taking N'Keal Harry over like DK Metcalf. First off, DK Metcalf he wasn't good really coming out of college. He was a project, if anything. And he was like a 4th round talent until the combine. So let's nip it in the bud right there. But he took him over DK Metcalf, AJ Brown, Terry McLaurin. And also too, you got guys like Deebo Samuel, Paris Campbell, no guys who I wouldn't even call them elite, but they're pretty decent. I would say that they've been playing better than N'Keal Harry. You could argue Paris Campbell and N'Keal Harry, but Deebo Samuel definitely been playing better than N'Keal Harry. So DK, AJ Brown, Terry McLaurin. 3 guys taken at least 30 picks after N'Keal Harry. A guy from Arizona State who we thought 6'4", big receiver, thought we was going to get something good from him. Ain't turning out well, man. So who knows, man? This game was bad. We got to get it better on offense, man. We got to get better on offensive wide receivers. Got to get guys who can separate. And it's time, man. It's time to bench Cam Newton, man. Again, it's not all his fault. Some bits of receivers, offensive line, all that stuff. I get it. But it's time to bench him, man. Just see what you got in the other kids. hey, what we got to lose at this point? We lose, we get better draft picks. So that's going to be it, man. I know I've been talking for a while, man. Appreciate those who came through the stream, man. Appreciate those who's watching this post-stream. Remember, this is your boy DGP. Like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. If you want me to talk about some more Patriots stuff, questions and everything, please drop it in the comment section below. I'm sorry I accidentally hit my mic. As you can probably tell, it's 11:45 at night. I've been up for almost 20 hours, and that's still going to be up. But it's all good, man. Patriots, love y'all, man. Hopefully, y'all do better next week. Give me something to cheer about, something more happy for the stream. But that's going to be it. Catch you next time, y'all. Peace. Oh, Wakanda shirt. Shout out to them.